reviewing the news, pop culture, video games, movies, and shoes. Quincy and Justin with a nerdy forecast. So stay a while and welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast.
Welcome to the Ugly Mugs Podcast. I'm your host, Justin.
And I'm your other host, Quincy.
How you doing over there, Q?
I'm exhausted today, and I don't even know why.
It's been a very, very long day already for both of us. But we got some good news. We got a lot of pretty good news today. We got some, great hype behind some things. I've never been to a Trader Joe's before. And I mean, that's fine. And I picked up a couple things, but I'll talk about those in a moment. Got anything special over there to drink, you?
Sorry, headset came on put for a second. I've got coffee. It's what is the name of that coffee? Begins with a B.
B.
It's the yellow package. The espresso.
B.
I just had it.
B.
I'm gonna look it up. Hold on.
Okay. Well, while you're looking it up, I've been stuffing my mouth with let me pull it up. Trader Joe's Bamba peanut snacks. I was kind of worried about them because I thought they were going to be like ooey gooey peanut butter, but they're like kind of baked in. They're pretty good for $1.99 for a pretty fair sized bag. Yeah, I could munch on these.
So mine is the Cafe Bustelo. They didn't have the Newmans when I went, so I just grabbed these. So I have them K-cup form. They're all right.
They're all right. Nothing to write home about.
I just realized I think I left my second drink downstairs though because I had a backup drink.
Oh, you want to grab that while I talk about my second thing?
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Well, the second thing I got, which I like a little bit more than these Bambas, is milk chocolate covered peanut butter pretzels. That is not on their website, which is a bit of a weird thing, but these chocolate covered peanut butter pretzels are amazing. That peanut butter that's on the inside is like this really good creaminess with like they use like some good vegetable oil with it. Because that is some good peanut butter in there. The chocolate, very light, but then again, I can't have too many of these or I'll break out into something, I'm sure. Just found out I'm allergic to peanuts. Not like heavy, like major allergy, but it's like a mild reaction. And while Quincy's coming back, I'll also talk about Humble Bundle Monthly. Hang on one second. There we go. Humble Bundle Monthly updated, and with 8 pretty dang good games. Starting with Resident Evil 8 Village, a game I immediately grabbed and threw it on to my PC, and my PC runs it quite well. RE Engine really is fantastic in today's time. Date Everything, a game where you can literally date the kitchen sink. Core Keep. Oh.
Hot water tank too.
And the guy that's technically your AC unit. Yeah. There's a lot of things you can date. There's a lot of things you can date your bed. And also, Sox was playing this. If you quote unquote date your teddy bear, they tell you very comforting bedtime stories. Yeah, they put a lot of hard work in a game where you can date whatever the fuck you want. And it's got all voice actors, very good voice actors. We talked about this for months and months and months on end every time they added a new character. So you get that one for $15 with everything else? Bet. Core Keeper, I would call it like a Terraria-esque, Minecraft-esque, Stardew Valley-esque style game with a little bit of extra RPG elements and beautiful pixel art. Star Vaders, a card game with a little bit of tactics thrown in there. Squirrel with a Gun. Doesn't really need much more than that. You play a squirrel and you fight off people trying to capture you with a gun or a flamethrower, or you put on a bandana and literally become Rambo. It's not a game that's supposed to make sense. SteamWorld Build, a automated factory style game. Not my favorite of the SteamWorld games, but still fun. Bus Simulator 2021 Next Stop. A bit of an odd one when it comes to simulator games, especially, bus simulation. And Big Helmet Heroes, a pretty good little beat 'em up style game, I believe. Like a party beat 'em up style game. Castle Crashers, but 3D. That's the way I'll put it. All of this
I
for
never think
fifth.
I played Cats Crusher, so I don't.
Oh, really? Oh, it's a very good game. All of this for $15,
Listen,
and
man, I've yet to 100% Fallout 3. All right.
that's true. That is true. And Fallout 3 is a pretty dang good game.
Which one of us finished The Witcher?
I did.
Which one of us finished The Witcher first?
I thought it was me.
No, the fuck it wasn't.
I don't know. I had
I
cleared up.
very much finished that first, and then I ran into that game-breaking bug that doesn't let me complete the last mission.
Well, I went into a DLC and I was like, oh, we were racing. I went into Blood and Wine with like
Yeah.
stars in my eyes. I was dazed. I could have been.
I
I don't know.
accidentally started Blood and Wine, had to reload like a previous save, like a little ways back. It's pissed
Yeah,
me off so much.
no. After I beat what's his butt, I went back and I just was like, okay, I'm gonna go start this up, and I just went off and did my own thing. It might have been me. I don't know. Mhm. But of course, you get a month of IGN Plus along with this, and as I mentioned before, I keep activating it, and it keeps giving me things to look at and read, and their guides aren't too terrible. Sure, the reviews are a little odd, but if you can ignore all that, then you can probably have a little bit more fun with IGN Plus and all of their extra features, plus their giveaways. It also comes with a 50% off coupon for the Winter's expansion and the other DLC about his daughter. Not too terrible. Not too terrible. And it helps out NPower, a nonprofit that launches digital careers for military veterans and young adults from underserved communities.
Nice.
Badoop. Oh, yeah. And if you are, of course, with Humble Bundle Monthly for a certain amount of time, you get percentages off of the store. You can get 10% off of Resident Evil Requiem that comes out February 26th. Best of Humble Bundle Sci-Fi Shooters 2.0 for $20, and you get all of these really good games. This is one that I can highly recommend. System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster, as well as the Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster, both of which got some beautiful touch-ups into today's time. Starship Troopers Extermination, which came out, I believe, October of last year, to a lot of fantastic praise. Doom Eternal, Prey Digital Deluxe, including the DLC, what the fuck, Moon Crash. Battle Shapers, a very interesting little roguelite first-person shooter that has a lot of very interesting builds. This one, I if I didn't already own everything, this one I would probably go out of the way to check out. And the first Half-Life game, but done right, Black Mesa. They just did an update on this December, so it looks a lot better, and it runs RTX. So if you have a newer PC, it'll run a lot more smoother and prettier. $20 gets you all that, and it helps out two charities. First one
What do you
is
mean by RTX?
so you know how
You there?
yeah, I'm here. So you know how Nvidia had GTX as their like older set. Now after the 1050s and so on, their last 5 years have been known as the RTX, which helps boost frames and get better
Gotcha.
light generation. This helps out two charities. First one is simple: one tree planted. For every dollar they get, plants one tree. And the other one is Cool Effect. Cool Effect is creating a community built around one simple vision, give the power and confidence to band together and reduce carbon pollution that causes climate change. Yeah. You like Doctor Who, right, Q?
I do.
Now, you also like audiobooks, right?
That I do as well.
Would this bundle interest you if it involved both of those?
Maybe. So I have a couple questions, and one of them's answered the second I look at this. This is Big Fish, so then I have to say yes.
Okay. So,
Big Fish does the good stuff. They actually get people like so. Like go back to when you've got right there, the first one. Um, I can't see it behind the couch now.
oh,
The one with
this one?
nine.
Ravagers.
I'm waiting for the thing to catch up,
Sorry.
but I'm thinking. No, you're
Sorry.
fine. You just have to think of the couch when I'm watching. Yeah, Ravengers. So that should actually be. Yeah, it even says the top. Christopher is actually voicing Nine in that. This is the only way he will do the Doctor unless the showrunners, the producers, leave because he doesn't like working with them. So he won't come back for the anniversary stuff and whatnot. So this is the only way we get him as the Doctor is working with Big Fish for the audio adventures. So yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, $18 gets you all 17 of these items. And as I usually mention with the comic book stuff, some of these are volumes. So you might be like, oh, it's only like one per. No, you get two full cast audio dramas, which are episodicals that span, I believe, 10 episodes each. Some of them are a little bit longer, some of them are a little bit shorter. And some of them are just overall arcing stories that connect in very interesting ways. I will admit I have been interested in Doctor Who, but I've got a lot on my plate right now, and I'll go over what I've been going over in the near future. However, that in question helps out one charity, BBC Children in Need. BBC Children in Need is here to make sure that every child has the childhood they deserve and the support they need to thrive. They fund thousands of charities and projects in every corner of the UK that support children and young people to feel and be safer, have improved mental health and well being, form better and more positive relationships, and be given more equal opportunities to flourish. Ba, 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 ba. Time to get into the story stuff. 2 days ago, Resident Evil Requiem dropped a live action trailer. And I gotta say, Capcom is doing an apology run. And they are making it up to us. Like, as soon as Resident Evil 7 popped out and they were like, we're testing out our new RE engines, upgrades, and how it can look, pretty good with Ethan Winters and all that, skip ahead a little bit. RE Village pops out, and everyone loves that one. And they said, okay, okay, okay. Then they remade Resident Evil 2 and 3, and people were like, it's Resident Evil 3. It's not our favorite, but it looks
I don't
good. Plays.
understand the hate 3 gets.
It's it was the fact that it's so undeniably short, and of course, people paid full price for it. Like 2, sure, it's a medium shortish game, but it's good. The music good, the gameplay good. Even with the locked camera angles, it was just this really good gripping horror. While 3 just felt like a weird awkward action game. I don't know. I don't hate it. It's near the bottom of my list for Resident Evil games, but I wouldn't say it's bad. I
Typical
liked it.
playthrough 6 to 7 hours. Typical would be 11 to 14 if you're doing completionist run.
I beat it
Speedrunner if
in
you're doing it in 3.
3. Yeah, I did it in 2.5.
Yeah, but did you do completion run on that?
No, I just grabbed the things I wanted and ran. I don't need to stick around. But there is achievements for beating it in under 2.5 hours. While over at Resident Evil 2, I believe the speed run's 4. So you can only imagine that how much more content was in 2 comparative to 3. But as
The
said,
average approximate time for 2 is 6 to 8 hours, but the completionist runs where it makes up for it in a 15 to 16 hour. Speed runs 4 to 3, 2 to 3.
okay,
Um, a lot of players end up getting 4 to 6 when they try to speed run. I don't
yeah,
know. Like I feel like unless you're doing completion, I feel like 2 is not a very long game, and I've speed ran Village, and I'm
Oh,
not good at these.
yeah, Village. I've got the speedrun achievement. I'm locking down. I'm now that I've started back up on the PC. I'm just having a blast going through it at top Mach speed. Now that I can aim a little bit better than what a controller can give me, I'm feeling a lot more confident
Oh, so you're
in
playing point and click. Gotcha.
pretty much, and I love it. But that being,
Yeah, Resident Evil Village says 10 to 12.
oh,
Collections 13 to 15 because there wasn't a lot to collect.
it really
It's
wasn't.
not giving a speed run. Yeah, there really wasn't.
Speedrun. Tooting my own horn a little bit. I did
Oh,
throw.
I was gonna say it turns out that's the 12 to 14 or the 10 to 12 or whatever.
Mm,
So the 10 to 12 is like regular. The 12 to 14 or 13 to 15, that is the main plus side. Completionist is about 30.
okay. Oh, okay. That's if you're like having to backtrack to go and get like the treasure in Lady Dimitrescu's thing, which I think is
Also,
just for treasure. So it's like,
speedrunners are doing 1.5 to 2.5.
that sounds about right.
And
Because to toot my own horn, back when this game initially dropped, if you recall, I threw money at you to get it on the Zubox, and I iced it. First day, I iced it. And I was like, "Okay, I love this game. This game feels good." I put up my time of 3 hours and 10 minutes, I want to say, on the thing, and I hit 10th place in the Xbox, or the, I guess, console, before getting knocked out very quickly. But I will toot my own horn that I
well,
was on that list for a temporary time.
the trophy or achievement on it is Dashing Dad, which is under 3 hours. And I think every time I've tried to do it, I've come up short by like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, that was the time I did get it. That was after, but now if I try and do it, I know I'm not gonna get in the top 10 anymore. But I do. I wouldn't mind starting up a speed run aimed toward going to like AGDQ or something, playing a little bit of Resident Evil. But that being said, let's head over. Let's leave the speed runs.
Before we do that, I'm
Oh,
just curious. Okay, yeah, so 3 comes up as the shortest at 5 to 6 hours, but 2 is right behind it. So I don't
mhm.
know. I feel like that's a weird reason to give this game so much hate. Or
There's
5 to 6 hours. I said 2 to 3, didn't I? I meant 5 to 6. I feel like it's a weird reason to give this game so much hate, especially when things like Operation Raccoon City exist.
Yeah, I mean that's at the that is near the bottom. I have three at the bottom that will never come up, and that is Operation Raccoon City, Survivor. I'm not a big fan of Survivor. As much as it is a good tie-in story, it's just very boring. And Resident Evil 6. Those are my
I've never
three at the
actually played
bottom.
6.
Six is a nice action game, but I would not call it a Resident Evil game by any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, but 5's also a massive action game, but it wins people over with the co-op ability of it.
Co-opability and the story. It's not boring. Like it ties in everything, and sure, yeah, it is very actiony, but it feels very Resident
I
Evil
personally am
overall.
fine with some action. 4 is also very actiony.
Yeah, but
So I'm fine with some action. I just find it interesting the reasons people choose to hate Resident Evil games.
mm, yeah, no. If you play Survivor, you'll see that I take things very critically. But on a more serious note, I have been excited for the next installment of Resident Evil, and a couple days ago they dropped a live action short film, very well produced, only about 3 minutes long, but still very very beautiful looking. I recommend go and check it out for yourself. It's a little grimdark, a little dark for a trailer or film, I guess. Uh, just look up Resident Evil Requiem. It'll be right there on the actual Resident Evil YouTube page. It drops, I believe, the 26th of this month. Go and check it out. Doop. For old fans of Fallout, this might be for you, and kind of me. Adam RPG 2 is going to be releasing, and with that release is going to come a whole slew of different things that Adam RPG 1 did not have. And for those who are a little like, what are you talking about? Well, Fallout 1 and 2 were basically on the original Atom engine. And what that was the very staticky looking movements and RPG dice rolling ish elements that were involved. Well, Atom RPG 2 is going to boost all those up into today's time. It may not look perfect, but it'll play damn fun. They are going to add a little bit more of on-screen understanding and rolling, as well as vehicles and other keynote pieces. I am very curious to see what their first project is. They said it's going to be less talking, more shooting, because nobody wants you alive. I'm excited. I do.
Do
Speaking
we
of,
have any game footage of this?
sadly, no, just all in game, trailer-ish, and it was just a teaser. Bit of a bummer.
Okay. Oh, fine.
Yeah, I know. I got frustrated when I only saw the teaser. But however, heading over to the Xbox Game Pass, we got some very good games coming out. Uh, Starting with as of yesterday, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii
Yeah,
dropped.
that was a fucking quiet drop.
Yeah, I mean, it dropped when this thing announced itself, but I was like, shit, I'll download it. For those who don't know, Like a Dragon is the continuation of the Yakuza series, but it gets a little more crazy in the Like a Dragon series. So if you like Yakuza, you'll like this if you like how crazy Majima gets.
The
Uh,
way I would say it is everything I know about the Like a Dragon games. If you like Yakuza, but you want something zany,
yeah, it gets crazy.
does that feel like a good description? If you like Yakuza, but you want something zany,
I mean, even regular Yakuza gets a little weird and zany.
I do like the scene. And is it Zero where you bust into the bathroom?
There's that one, and you beat up one of the lieutenants. Yes, I recall that one. And then I believe it is Yakuza 5 or 6, where you are an RC car racer, where you race the freaking inlined racing cars, and when you lose, you drop to all fours, and you go, ugh, and you clutch your hand to your chest, and you're like, I could have won. And then there's the one in going back to Zero where you answer dating line phone calls very dramatically. Yakuza's very strange, but this one gets a little more strange. EA Sports Madden 2026. Thanks, I guess. I haven't been into a Madden game since like the Genesis age.
It's just one of those things where it's like there's just no reason to keep buying each year's. Like I feel like they would be better off being like, hey, it's $5 to get the new roster than they would be to be selling a $60 game every year.
I mean, that would actually be. I mean, we're now in the same age where they're using the same exact engine. The only thing is they're moving over textures for faces because rookie players, and I'm like, yeah, that could be just DLC. That could just be add-on. That could just be a update your game for this. Okay, well, $5 to $10 just to get the updated roster and to be able to play on a current age online. That'd be fine. It'd be weird, but that's a yearly purchase, mind you.
I
Anyways,
just don't understand buying a new Madden game every year. I haven't bought a Madden game since the PlayStation 2.
yeah, and yeah, that would probably be the last good one, anyways. That's just me being salty toward Madden games, not the generalized idea of football. I like football.
I'm
Uh,
not really a big football guy, but the baseball games fucking suck, so I don't play those either.
Fair enough. I heard the latest one from 2K has actually been super good. So
I can't figure out the fucking batting, no matter what I do.
yeah, pitching was a bit weird for me, but I
I
concur.
handled pitching just fine. The batting pissed me off, and I'm uninstalling this game. Fuck this shit.
Yeah. A weird one. Paw Patrol Rescue Wheels Championship. I think it's a little Micro Machines ish. So whatever.
That game kind of bugs me.
Talking dogs have always been like either hit or miss with me. So
No,
this
it's not that. It's a lot of things. I don't. It's a lot of things.
okay. Reloaded, which looks like a Monaco but in 3D, and you got some parkour elements. Star Sand Island, a cozy build 'em up island game where you can fish with capybaras. Uh, Entropy Effect X. I did not look at this one, but I do like its cover. Roadside Research. We talked about this a couple months back, where you play as aliens wearing really terrible face masks trying to run a gas station just to be able to buy our way back home. High on Life 2 finally drops onto Game Pass, and I don't know if I'm gonna play it. Like, I played 1 and it was fine, but I don't know about 2. A weird wild card, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I might check this out. I might go really fucking slow with it, but I'll check it out. A game I'm not really looking forward to, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. I watched gameplay on this one. It looks rough. It looks very rough. If you
I'm not
have,
into anything Avatar.
yeah, if y'all have fun with that, y'all have fun with that. And last but not least, just promoting that it's going over to the cloud, but it's saying, hey, don't forget we're still here. Avowed. I liked Avowed. It was very fun, but very, you need to build a very specific way to have fun, and that was the only
What's
problem
that?
I had with it. It's beautiful. It's a good looking game. It is a fantastic looking game. Monolith did a fantastic job at world building, but I just wish it was a little more fun. Just a little. But doop. I've been playing Deadlock. I haven't really touched a lot of it, but when I came back to it, holy shit, did they do a huge update. So big that I'm only going to cut it down to the new characters that they're adding. Because
Just
all
a
of the.
heads up, whatever you did when you said huge made you cut out and get too far from the mic.
Oh, really? I'm sitting right on it.
You like started cutting out. I don't know if it started suppressing you or what.
Huh. Okay, I'll keep an eye on audio. I'll move audio to a place where I can keep an eye on it. There we go. Okay. But a huge update. And I'm just going to talk about the 6 characters that they're going to be adding, because if I were to talk about even a quarter of the UI changes, it may take about a half hour. So I'm just going to talk about the characters and the fact that everything got kind of an uplift, including the new bosses that are at each of the bases and so on. But scrolling down, there's a new game mode that is 6v6, brawl it up, and you get roguelite elements where no farming is needed. Everyone gets the equal amount of material so you can buy comfortably. And they even have little enhancements that can be rolled from time to time. I really enjoy this game mode. The new patrons, the Hidden King and the Arc Mother, the 2 really good looking enemy types that go with them. And then the arrivals. The first one that dropped was Rem, a little tiny owl, sleepy individual that likes asking people for their clothing to bundle up in and fall asleep. One of those people that he asks in character is Silver, a werewolf that I don't go down Twitter too often, but as soon as this character drops, I have seen so much fan art of this individual. Um, hmm.
How much of it
Scrolling,
is inappropriate?
only a
I should say
fifth.
inappropriate. How much of it is not safe for work?
Only a fifth of it. Like, people really enjoy her character design, both in and out of wolf form. That being said, the next one that dropped was Graves, a gothic that throws zombified arms that explode, and she's good for closing out areas. The next one up is, I'm unsure because it dropped, I think, tomorrow, but we'll find out then whether it is Apollo, a devil-looking individual with a Devil May Cry looking weapon, a little bit of rebellion on his hands. Celeste, a circus performer that allows, it will either flip your controls, turn it upside down, or completely backwards everything that you already have as far as abilities. And I'm like, that's kind of cool, but weird. And the Nator, a priest-ish individual with a quick tactical movement that I'm curious to hear what he'll have. But one of these 3 will be dropping tomorrow. But as mentioned, there is a truckload of UI changes that if I were to even mention a bunch, like all of this, each of the characters now has more lines for the new characters that have been added. All of the characters added have their own little special images all the old ones are starting to get images. Valve basically said CS:GO or CS2, you're comfortable, you're fine. We're gonna work on our new thing. But if you search up Cliff Thirst, THURST on Steam, and you need an invite to get into uh, Deadlock, I will be more than happy to give you an invite to Deadlock. This is still in a closed alpha, but with invite only, and I'll be more than happy to throw an invite to you. Badoop. Going over to year 3 of Tekken 8 was a bit of a shock and a stun because I was not expecting these characters. If I didn't see the screenshot before clicking into the video,
Roger Jr.
huh?
Roger Jr.
Roger Jr. So
I like Roger.
so going through the video, they show Kunimitsu and how, she, has her original gear on, and she brings out a little more humanity, but at the same time you can see that her kit probably gets a little bit of an update. And then it said from America, and I was like, well, I already know who this is. Bob. However, in the screenshot or in the thumbnail that I saw, Roger was not a part of it. So when it said with, the arc of the amphitheater that's in Sydney, and I was like, oh, from Australia. Oh, this must be Craig Murdoch. No, I see little tiny Roger Jr. pop his head out. And I was like, oh, Roger. Okay. Yeah, Roger's ripped. Like ripped. And they want to make sure that they look it, because if you see, the Roger's got some huge fucking muscles. But they now have some accoutrement, such as a necklace that says "Mom" for Roger and Junior for the youngin in the pouch. And then we're going to be getting another character and a stage come winter, but the rumors in the rumor mill says that it is going to be from an anime. I have a speculation, but I'm not going to say nothing yet. I'm hoping that it isn't anything cringe. Seeing as Harada during the initial announcement said, "Don't ask me for shit because I don't even work there anymore," was a funny little gaffe. But I'm curious to know who it'll be. Time to get into some drama. So, Steam got sued by UK digital rights campaigner Vicky Shotbolt a year and a half ago, and the trial itself is set to now. I believe the 26th of January was the last hearing, and now it's going to get bumped to the 28th of this month, I believe. But for 900 million USD, about 900 million USD, because of uh, alleged unfair prices on its online store, Steam. So, you and I, Quincy, we would pay 25 USD for a game that's on sale. Let's say The Witcher. We were just talking about The Witcher. Let's say The Witcher. We get 25 bucks for Game of the Year Wild Hunt Edition. Cool, whatever. Meanwhile, over in UK, they're paying 45 with the deal, but they're tax placed on top of it. Now that, of course, is a little bit more than their tax would allow, because it's 20, a little about
It's a 20% tax.
right, but that's nearly double. Why would they charge so much more for that? Now there were other
There's a lot of things that could come into play here.
right, but would you?
It's a completely different market. We don't know what deals are being run with the companies. We don't. There's a lot we don't know about the deals that Steam has with, say, Ubisoft or this person or that person. Um, what I think is the big focus in this case is going to need to be is they're going to need to look at the prices that Epic is doing in US and Epic is doing in the UK, that EA is doing in the US and EA is doing in the UK. Microsoft is doing in the US and Microsoft is doing in the UK, so on and so forth down the line, and see, well, if we're going to say it's not okay for Valve to do this, well, it's also not okay for them to do it either.
So what you're telling me is
You know
they're
what I
not
mean?
Right, but what you're saying is they're not monopolizing it.
No, they're not. There's no monopoly if you have competition. Just because you're better at what you do than your competitors does not make it a monopoly. Just
Okay.
because your competitors don't run things the same way as you does not make it a monopoly. Monopoly is when you sit there and you make a way where no other business can exist. The whole concept of monopoly started back because of the way oil companies were handling things with like gas stations and whatnot. Chevron was part of the original things that the original cases that went against monopolies
Okay.
because it was things like, well, the refinery that's refining the oil is owned by Chevron. We're just gonna use them as an example.
Okay.
We'll make up a fake company. We'll call it Tenant Gas.
Okay.
Tenant Gas owns the refinery. They also own the trucks that pick up the gas from the refinery and take it to the processing plant that they also own. That processing plant then sends it to the gas stations that they own. But then they also own Tenant Gas Station A, but they also own Gas Station B and Gas Station C, making it where literally consumers have nowhere to go that is not them.
Okay.
It's been their control from the beginning. It's their control at the end, and they're also the only option around. These companies were broken up, sold off, so on and so forth, so that there wouldn't be a monopoly for everything. For like each business wouldn't have a monopoly, and then different laws were put into place to protect against these monopolies. Steam is not the only platform. Steam doesn't even make the games. We can't get Steam to make a third game for any of the games that they do make.
Hang on. Hang on. There might be something later. I got faith.
I swear to God, if they make a third one, but then they come out and go, "You have phones, don't you? I will light a building on fire."
Good news. The worst they will do is put it on VR like Alex. That is the worst they will do. But however, they did say that they want this one to be moddable, so VR is not really meant for modding. So I'm sure it's just going to be regular PC release. But that being said,
So
go on.
my whole thing is like some of the claims in this case have been claiming monopolies. Other parts of this case are claiming that there's unfair pricing in the U.S. versus the U.K. That might be true. The taxes are different. Like I said, we don't know what deals they have with the companies. We don't know what deals the companies have with the actors for the game, so on and so forth. There's a lot there, and it's all going to have to be looked at. I'm not a lawyer, nor do I play one on TV. I'm saying I don't see how Steam has a monopoly. I'm saying if you're saying Steam is more expensive in the UK than the US, that's fine. I'm not arguing that it's not. I'm arguing you need to also look at the other companies because there are other companies because Steam doesn't have a monopoly.
I concur wholeheartedly, and I'm vastly hoping that this gets all sorts of fixed up in the near future. But I don't know what they're gonna aim to throw around, considering they're only wanting 900 million out of their 11.7 billion dollar market that they've already had. Where I'm like,
The other
you
thing, I another thing on this, I don't know enough about UK law to know
that is
if they
true.
have class action lawsuits in the same fashion that we do.
Uh,
Where if I go in,
yeah.
say there's a class action suit against Valve, they pay out. I go in, I show proof of purchase, and I get my chunk of that money. Because what I saw, and one of the things that I looked up was that this person doing this lawsuit is claiming that they're suing on behalf of the 14. What is it? Yeah, right here. Yeah, yeah. On behalf of 14 million Steam users across the UK who could be in line for compensation if she wins. So it's sounding like a class action lawsuit.
A forced class action lawsuit, but yes.
Right. And now here's my thing, though, and this is where I would probably get annoyed if I was one of the people involved in this. You're immediately assuming that I'm on your side here. I'm not on your side until I see all the facts.
Well,
So when you
if
come in out and say, well, on behalf of the 14 million people affected by this, but you're not,
right,
you know what I mean?
right, but for those who live in the UK, if you were like, oh hey, uh, Steam is getting sued, you may be entitled to compensation if you have a Steam account at this date or
Oh
from
yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
date. Would you
Like
be
yeah,
okay
yeah.
with that?
Like
Would
like
you be
like
like, ooh?
like yeah, like the way class actions work. Yeah, I could understand that. And I could get behind it. Like for instance, I am all
Money.
for the one going against the one that's going against Amazon because I have directly seen that.
Okay.
The thing that they're getting sued against, and that's leading to a potential class action lawsuit. I have experienced, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm gonna want my cut of that. That's yeah.
Money.
But then there's been other ones that I've seen, and I'm like, I've never experienced that at all. I don't know what they're talking about.
Okay.
This one saying, oh, it's based off of the prices in the U.S. versus the prices in the U.K. If I was a person in the UK, I'd be like, okay, well, let me see what the prices in the US actually are at the exact same time for this game. That's what I need to compare. And then I also need to know, is there anything affecting that is out of Steam's control? This isn't like with the Amazon one where it's like, oh, hey, I pay for Prime so I can have 2 day shipping, and then every item I order that they promise 2 day shipping on every single fucking time, there's a delay, so it never makes 2 day shipping because they can't actually keep up with the promised shipping, but they don't want to lose the Prime subscribers, so they just lie to us and go, "Oh, there's a delay. Oh, there's a delay," every time you order something to not have to do the 2 day shipping. I
Yeah, I
shouldn't
mean,
say every time. Quite
yeah,
often.
quite often. Yeah, same here. Like I would say one in every seven come up a
Oh,
little
the
bit late.
new one, the new one I'm getting is when I go to order something and I have Prime, I have 2 day shipping, and they will tell me we can have this item to you tomorrow. And I go, oh, okay. And then they go, but you're not spending enough money to have it tomorrow. You need to buy more stuff to have it tomorrow.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I understand it's not worth it to run your truck to me. That's fine.
Oop.
I can get behind that. But am I actually gonna get it tomorrow? Am I gonna throw a second item on here and then you guys are still gonna delay it? You know what I mean? That's not
Yeah.
what we're talking about. We're talking about the Valve thing. Um, I want to see where this goes, and I want to see numbers. You know what I mean? Like that's really what it comes down to. I want to see the numbers,
Like I just
and I
pulled
want to
up.
see the numbers of the competitor. You know what I mean?
That is true. I would also like to see everything that goes on because there was the screenshots that I saw where it was literally $20 for something for us was almost $50 for someone in the UK, and I'm like, ooh, that is a big difference. But I would like
Right.
to
But the
see
question is, how do we know for a fact that that was at the exact same time?
right, and then
I,
the
I
verb the verbiage that Miss Shotbolt had said was people are locked into purchasing from Steam. I'm not locked into
no,
purchasing
they're
from.
not.
I am not locked. Well, for DLC, sure, I guess, whatever. The
That's after you've chosen to work with Steam the first time around and bought the game. But Steam's
right,
also got a decent return policy.
that is true. And they offer if you can purchase a Steam, you can buy a fucking Steam key. If it's global allowance, you can buy a Steam key for fucking dirt cheap and throw it in there as well. So it's one of those things of you buy from a private seller selling a game to a game you're wanting for cheap for probably the same price that Americans would get it. That being said, up on screen is how many games I own on Steam. Do I think I'm locked in on Steam? Not really. Am I happy to be with Steam? Kind of. Am I going to continue to support Steam? Just because,
Probably.
yeah, just because Humble Bundle, all of the most of the keys that I get are for Steam. So,
When it comes to PC games, I own more games on GOG than anything else.
yeah,
Partially because I can't get it on my old Steam account. I can't figure it out. But when it comes to games I own, period, I own more through the Microsoft Store.
that is
Does that
true.
mean I'm locked in with Microsoft? Does that mean Microsoft has monopoly? Does that mean that Microsoft's ripping me off financially?
That last one maybe, but that's not the discussion today.
I almost never buy a game at full price. I can tell you right now.
That is true. That is true.
Plus, I do the games. I do the game reward point things too. So there's that. So
Oh yeah, they do their rewards. Um,
it's a little bit harder to get points nowadays. But yeah,
but that being said, I'm gonna keep an eye on this, and I'm gonna hope that the case kind of not necessarily gets dismissed, but there will be something inlaid later on, or maybe some form of internalized compensation, because this isn't the first time Steam has had an issue. Back when TF2 started up its marketeering thing and people were buying and selling hats on their new internal marketplace, they were like, "Ooh, that tax is actually kind of fucked. We're just gonna throw some of that extra tax into people's Steam wallets, and they'll be able to spend it in our Steam store. So that way, it's not a technical loss, but people still get to benefit off of money that they have spent." I hope they do it like that because then that's not gonna hurt. That's not gonna hurt face, honestly.
I mean, I also this. I mean, how much is this lawsuit again? 900 million
900,
dollars.
900 million USD, around 900 million USD.
Valve is worth $8 billion to $16 billion per the AI bullshit. Let's see what the non-AI bullshit says.
I would say probably around like 13, 11 to 13.
Their value in 2022 was 7.7. They generated around 13 billion in total revenue in 2022.
Yeah,
The Steam store made about 10 of that.
and I mean
Yeah.
last year we had banger ass games at full price. So Monster Hunter Wilds was number one for a long time, and they charged full sale for that. Yeah. Speaking of which, that just got its update, so now it doesn't run like shit. Eh. As said, I'll keep my ear to the ground for it and hope that things work out for the folk in UK while also this can kind of go away for a little bit. Because in my mind, Valve did nothing terrible.
I mean, the numbers may come back and we may go, oh, you know what? Yeah, you guys are being shitty to the UK.
Yeah. We'll
It'd be
see.
really weird. But I mean, if that's what the numbers show, then that's what the numbers show, and I will accept it.
Yeah.
But I need to see the paperwork. I need to see the numbers.
Yeah, I've seen numbers, but I don't know how authentic they are.
But that's the thing too, is you saw just Steam's numbers. You didn't see that compared to
Epic or
Epic,
otherwise. No, I have not.
EA,
I did not see
Microsoft,
none of it.
Apple, so on and so forth.
Nope. Eh. Let's talk about a good game. Socks and I have been playing Wayfinder, a very interesting, still in kind of beta, uh, loot 'em up online beat 'em up game. And I gotta say, the builds are crazy. The gameplay is ridiculously fun. You get to customize your little apartment, and with every new piece you add to it, you get very tiny but very good buffs. They just released a new character that got added in, and for those who like Critical Role, they have a Critical Role supporter pack that helps out the Critical Role Foundation. So if you happen to be a huge
Artwork. Oh, go ahead.
uh just saying that it involves some pieces for furniture and four skins, not a terrible way of putting it. One for Grog as Grendel, Keyleth is I forget her name, Laura, Nis is Vax, and Venomous as Vex. And you also get Trinket as a mount, the big bear.
What I was gonna say is the artwork in this feels very WoW meets Sea of Thieves.
I was okay. The WoW I could see, the Sea of Thieves, a little bit. But when I first started it up, when I first went into the main hub area, and it's very cyberpunk medieval esque. When I first popped into it, I was like, this feels AI. And I started digging in a little bit more. No, they put in the hard work and the effort and made it this vibrant, and they didn't trust AI to do anything like that. All of the character models are all hand drawn or hand sculpted. This is a good game. This has very, if there is AI, it is very minimal. But it's a good game. It was just on sale. It had a weird weekend from Tuesday to Friday of last week, which was a bit of an odd one. But it was on sale for $7.99 for the game and $7.99 for the Critical Role supporter pack. Not bad for $14, $15. Badoop. Marvel Cosmic Invasion. I only remember playing the demo. I have it installed on the console, but for those who want to get a physical copy of this really good game, You can. The deluxe edition is $60 for the Switch, Switch 2, PS5, or Xbox Series X version. Comes with a really nice steelbook and slip cover, some sticker sheets, premium art cards, really nice size poster, and just overall a good gloss to it. Um, I wish there was more that came with it, like maybe some like costume packs or something. But otherwise, not too.
Trick question. How much is this physical one again?
60.
Okay. Does it come with a booklet? I miss the days of booklets in games.
Um, I don't know. Is there more images? Let me see. No, it's just more screenshots of the game. It does not say.
Boo.
But this is also a pre-order, so we don't exactly know yet what's on the inside of that. Um, Let me actually reload this. Does it have a date? Load Best Buy, load Best Buy, load Best Buy. Um, what is release date? It's already out. The game is already out. When? Hmm. I guess I'll mention it when it does happen to come out, but it did say soon. Badoop. An
So,
interesting story. So this is actually something I might be interested to do because my Switch One has stick drift. Both of the Joy Cons have very bad stick drift. Um, I might go and hit up a GameStop for the first time in 50 billion years because they have an offer. A weird way of putting it, they say ditch the rubbers. Mhm. Trade your stick drift controller. That is their words. That is their words, not mine. But they say trade your stick drift controller for the same credit as a working one, meaning you trade one for one, same exact controller. If you have an elite controller that has stick drift, even though those have those magnetic haptics or whatever the fuck, you can trade it in for another elite controller. However, any of the modification ones, such as like the color scheme ones that Quincy has, or the third party ones that I have, may not be subject for trade in. That being said, most of the official ones are accepted and will just be traded one for one.
so
Uh,
mine's an official Xbox controller. It's just it's red, and I
it's
don't think
red.
PlayStation carries it. Not PlayStation. Why did I say PlayStation?
I don't know.
GameStop carries it.
That is the other thing is you're going to be subject to whatever's in their refurbished pile. So if it is a different colorway, you're probably going to have to ditch the colorway or get a
I
colorway
mean,
that
and
came
the way
in.
I would handle this is I would go into a store and be like, "Hey, what controllers can I trade this one in for?" Look at them and go, "Yes or no," before trading it in. I mean,
That would also be that would also be the plus. Um I might trade in my two little stick drifted yellow and blue Fortnite color schemed ones because Best Buy didn't have the Switch that I wanted, but I
you
could
wanted the
definitely
Animal Crossing one, right?
I wanted the Animal Crossing one with that really nice little palm tree on it. But they were like, "Oh, we sold
I
out."
don't
I'm
know.
like,
I don't remember if they did it for the Switch. I think they did, but I know they did it for the DS at one point. I wanted the classic NES color scheme.
that one might be hopefully on the table because I would like those that nice soft gray. I would love that. But even still, I'm just gonna trade in the Joy Cons to get new ones because I would like to play my Switch again. I would
Well,
also
remember, Nintendo's still legally required to replace those.
right. I just don't want to ship them to Nintendo. That's the other problem. If I could trade them out that same day, I'm gonna do same day.
Right. Yeah.
But that being said, you have until Valentine's Day, February 14th, to go and visit a GameStop with any of your stick drifted controllers. Reminder, it is going to be refurbished, so you will have a 7-day on hand with GameStop. So if that one happens to break, you have 7 days to go back and trade it back in. Um,
Now,
it is,
if that one happens to break and you go back and you trade in, and that one happens to break and you go back and trade in, and that one happens to break, I think it's safe to say you're the problem.
I mean, I know a couple people who have gotten some terrible luck with controllers, and they don't beat up on their stuff. But that being said, I don't beat up your stuff.
Did you
They
ever see
have a
that
short.
video of the guy that took his PlayStation to get it fixed and they opened it, it was just full of dead roaches?
Yes, I did. Yes, I. Bleh. That's all the gaming stuff I have. I believe we are getting a small conference at the beginning of next week. So there will be probably a couple little indies things to talk about. There were the 4 games that were talked about at Xbox with Fable, um, something of Reincarnation from Game Freak, Forza Horizon 6, and Kiln, the game from Double Fine, which I'm like, just work on another point and click, Double Fine. I don't care for your little party games. And I got very mad during that conference. So that's why I didn't want to talk about it today. But I'm very excited for Fable. I am very excited for Forza Horizon 6. The whatever of Reincarnation looks fine. It looks like a more mature Pokemon clone, but gets a shrug for right now. And Kiln Double Fine. Go back to point and clicks. Go back to fun storytelling games. Any other gaming things you got, Q?
No.
All right. Then it's time for shoe news. Bad Bunny is going to be leading the um, Super Bowl's halftime show,
Halftime
and
show.
he got the 3 Grammys just this last weekend, and now he's going to be selling 1,994 pairs of his new line of Adidas branded Bad Bow shoes. To kick off his new line, and they are apparently overly comfy, like wearing a hug on your foot. And
What is going on with the back of the shoe?
so it's an inlay that kind of makes sure that it doesn't bend inward, from what I can tell, anyways. But even still, that if that hugs and doesn't like squeeze, that might be a comfy shoe. Even still, it's
That's weird.
a
I don't know. I don't know that I would like that.
I would say I would probably want to try it on first before doing anything.
I want to try
Um,
my shoes on first, but
yeah, yeah. So the 1,994 pairs of shoes are going to be limited press, I believe. Let me see if. Oh, never mind. They're all sold out. They were not sold out 4 days ago. There was a bunch of sizes left. Now they're all gone. They were $160 and. Um, but one of the major points was they were shipped with pride from Puerto Rico. So they wanted to make
nice.
sure that that these shoes were made in a place of love. And for those who have not who are like, who the fuck is Bad Bunny, or doesn't listen to other stylings of music, go listen to a little bit of the songs. But if you want my take on Bad Bunny with the best, go and watch 2020. I believe it's 2023 Backlash Bad Bunny entrance, and you will see love for wrestling. You will see love for a musician turned wrestler. You will see a pretty damn good match if you want to watch that match. But Bad Bunny gets a very bad rap from a lot of people who don't understand him, and that ticks me
Well,
the
and
fuck off.
racist people.
And racist people, but I don't think about them as much as they don't think about anything else. So fuck them.
Um, my experience with Bad Bunny is very limited. I have not heard his music. It's not that I have anything against it. I listen to music from decades before I was born.
That is true.
I saw him in Bullet Train and thought he was great.
He was fantastic.
I know that he was doing wrestling, but I don't watch WWE. Um, he was set up to do a Sony Spider-Man villain movie, and I'm glad that fell through because those movies are always terrible. And I watched him in Bullet Train, and I was like, dude, you're better than that. You don't need to go do that movie.
That is true. Who do you played?
Oh, as one of the wrestling villains.
Hmm. I don't know too many of them, so I got no input. But okay.
El Muerto.
El Muerto. Oh, the death. Okay, cool.
Basically, he's a luchador with a skull on the forehead of his mask. It's kind of a
Cheesy.
simple costume.
It,
Simple.
it's very Bullseye from the Ben Affleck.
No, it's on the mask.
Yeah.
Although, since it would have been a Sony film, it probably would have been. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm. Mm.
Too
Yeah,
bad he's not like bigger, because then I beg fuck, we need Bane.
well, yeah, Bane would be nice, but at the same time, if you watch even if you watch just the first couple of minutes of his match, you realize he's got some athletic ability. Like he
No,
could,
I just mean physically
oh,
big because
physically big.
Bane's so huge.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
But even still, he knows how to wrestle. He did fantastic against Damian Priest. That crowd, that beautiful Puerto Rican crowd popped. Probably the third loudest pop I've ever heard in my entire life, save for the CM Punk one and the Daniel Bryan introduction one when he first came out in AEW. Those ones were fantastic, but Bad Bunny's entrance, oh, having the whole crowd just shaking the cameras. But we talked about the Nike SB Costco's, and the guy over at Fat Kid Deals, stood in line and in San Francisco and paid the $135 to get one of these limited edition presses. There are still some stores that have them, but Costco Dunks, if you want to go and get them, $135. They look still fine. They have the what is it? The tag on the inside of the shoe that looks like a Costco Mylar. It's they were fine. You'll probably see them on StockX for 150, $160. You're probably gonna find some people trying to upcharge over $200 for them, but otherwise, a fine looking shoe in a fine Kirkland off white kind of way. But heading back over to Editas. So I said to Quincy as we were going down the rundown of today, I'm gonna wait until he sees these. I'm gonna have me a handful of these Trader Joe's
What the fuck is that?
when taxidermy goes wrong.
You have to understand. You have to understand that I'm also having to watch this in the corner because the stream is on its third fucking ad in a row. The first one was Wingstop. The second one was an army commercial that, for some reason, was a soldier with night vision goggles staring down a wolf. And now the third one is Ice Cube buying a Monster Energy drink, and then for some reason they're showing gameplay of Call of Duty 7. Um,
Oh,
while all of this is going on my screen,
you see
in a
this.
small little thumbnail at the top right, I see this fucking thing.
Father, don't you love me?
Am I a real boy?
I'm a real boy, Papa. Um, shout out to Papa Meat. He does fantastic artwork, but don't go in. It's a little not safe work. It's a little it gets crazy.
This shoe looks like what I expect from an Adult Swim bumper.
2009 to 2013, I would say no. After that, yeah, because those ones were just smooth.
Once Too Many Cooks became a thing.
Yeah, once Too Many Cooks became a thing. You're right. You're right. But when it was like that, either smooth jazz or like medium drum bass with the and then just it would like say, "Oh, hey, this is coming up next," and then it would talk about a couple other things, and then just go on. That was fine. But then when Too Many Cooks or the Ted and Eric show or what was that other weird fuck? I would say probably like the third season of Robot Chicken. Then they started getting really fucking weird. But these shoes, wild, literally wild.
I don't know how
So,
to describe this to the listeners.
all right. So, if you've ever seen a taxidermied bobcat, a white bobcat,
badly taxidermied.
I was gonna say it looks a little more stretched out, looks a little more father help. But strangely, you want to know why they look like this? It is because they are a throwback. These are classic. They are bringbacks from about 20 years ago. So
They
yeah,
stayed back about 20 years ago.
yeah, a retro from F20 Tunit Beast Pack from 2006. And this Beast Pack was, I believe, Germany won some tournament and Adidas did a deal with them, and then it turned up. So these are going to be $300. They're going to be only available in the app. They're going to be available in either the regular running shoe or the cleats, which are an extra $20. They look strange, but apparently people are wanting these.
It looks like it can't decide if it's a moccasin or not.
It looks a little moccasin. It looks a little slip-on. It looks a little unknown. But at the end of the day,
This
it looks
in there, like my God.
it is a bit weird, but people are wanting these. So if
Yeah,
you're
we haven't had Chrome yet.
oh, I didn't even notice these ones. Oh, it comes in regular tiger colors. Oh, let me see. Is there another? That's okay. The dragon actually looks kind of cool. But yeah, there's a blue dragon. Is there more? Oh,
So
oh,
far behind.
there's a
Blue.
there's the red eagle. Look at okay, red eagle
See, the
looks
dragon's better.
okay. Okay, that's it. Just those four. Okay, okay. So we got a tiger that looks a little meow. A blue dragon that looks fine, and then a red eagle that looks kind of cool.
You know what we haven't seen yet this year, and it's only like what 2 weeks away.
Yeah, sure. Valentine's.
Where's our Lunar New Year shoe? Or
There.
Chinese New Year shoe?
So there was a Chinese New Year shoe. It just didn't have the horse that it was supposed to. I believe this year is the year of the horse, and it didn't have the horse motif. It had the colors, but it didn't have the horse motif. I did find a pair, but I didn't want to bring it up if it didn't have the motif of the year. Like last year
Yeah, of
was
course.
rat. Okay, last year was rat. Well, no, that one had a
But
rat
what
on
was
it.
with
It had
the
a,
decent ones? Wasn't it Nike that was doing them for a while? Or are they just not doing them this year?
they said I believe they were the ones that I found, but I didn't see any haunts. No horse. I just if it's gonna have the thing like, there's Valentine's ones, but all it does is have it's pink with hearts on it, and I'm like, that's kind of boring. Like if it was like what is it? The little sugar candies, the little heart sugar candies, all over it, the
Right.
confection hearts. That would have been fine. But no, it's just etched hearts, and I'm like, those are kind of boring. But I wanted to definitely talk about this one. Papa, my real boy. Uh but now that we know that there's 4 different styles, all of them are app only from the look of it. So starting on, I believe they said middle of March, beginning of April will be the buy period for these, and they will tell you when it will be available for shipping. Badoop. Don't step on a Lego, step in a Lego. Over at Crocs, you can now step into a giant Lego Croc. Now, see, I'd be cool with these if they weren't $150, but overall, would you wear these, Q?
No.
No.
Also, how the fuck is that even staying on your foot?
I think the inlay actually has like it has like the groove that you're kind of putting your foot into. Yeah, it's like a slide.
Yeah, but it feels like it's too big above your foot still. I don't know.
Yeah, they
No
also
matter what,
involve.
no, I'm not wearing these.
That's fair. It also includes a little minifigure with a 1x1 half stud and a 2x1 half stud, and so that way this little minifigure can wear the brick clogs as well. As mentioned, they are $150 to be released on February 16th. I believe they are going to open pre-sales a day prior, but even still, you can access a notify me on the page. I don't know who's going to be buying these, but if you're a real Lego fanatic, by all means. There is another Croc release, but I'm going to free Quincey from this mortal coil and bring them up next week. Over at Converse Tokyo, they brought out 2 old school animes that has a pretty good clothing line. Starting with Triple X Holic, and it's very romanticized in its depiction of things. Very good looking art. It even comes with some pouch charms, keychains, whatnots, and acrylic prints that have already sold out. This has been up for less than a week, and the acrylic print 2 set has already been sold out. Then the second one is Chobits. This one's a little more odd to me. I've seen a couple episodes of it. Can't say it's something I would go and watch the rest of, But the artwork ain't too bad, and the key charms that go along with it and the acrylic prints are still there. Let me reload it and see if maybe they have sold, because things change. Nope, they have not sold out. So if you happen to be a fan, they have also realized a spike of some of these sales going through third parties to get some of these products here, like Marikari and Yahoo Auctions. So they are probably going to start talking with um, United States sales and start getting it out here to US Converse. But they also said if this continues to sell well, more animes may become available at the Converse Tokyo store. I liked Hey Arnold. Did you like Hey Arnold?
Yeah.
Would you say the music is memorable?
Yeah.
Yeah. That beautiful opening with that really nice trumpet and saxophone. I would have loved to have gotten it on vinyl, not for $150, mind you, but it was available for $150 in 3 different colorways. All have sold out damn near immediately. Like, I'm tired of noticing things to talk about
Culture's
for
a
the
hell of a drug.
yeah. Like, Hey Arnold's really good, and there's other bits and things you can get through the Craig Bartlett shop. It's craig-bartlett.com, and then you can go and either get those about or get some memorabilia that has been signed or otherwise. Now the only way you can get this is through third-party sales or independent sellers, and they're selling it for a lot more. However, the slip covers and the artwork were all hand drawn by him and then printed and matted and then signed and then sealed. I would have really liked to have added one of these to my collection. Like, that would have been fantastic. I didn't care which one it would have been, but the colors were a green orange split, red green slime filled, and a gold locket. Damn. But even still, some Funko Pops or small figures are also there. Leaning into records I wish I could purchase for 300, uh, Bloodborne. Well, luckily they're not that expensive, but they almost are, almost were.
Does the vinyl at least go at 60 frames per second?
uh, I forget. I think it
Whoa,
goes
whoa.
a little bit. Considering you can now I'm not advocating that you do this, but you can find out there somewhere through proper channels a PlayStation 4 emulation system. And I mean, you can probably attach your computer to it safely. Yeah, a little bit, and it can run with some pretty good patches and have seamless online that it should have been since. But even still, if I would just want the music, I can get it through my YouTube Music. But if I want it on vinyl, heading over to lacedrecords.com, they offer video game soundtracks. That is their big seller. I never knew this until 4 days ago when I found this. They have pre-orders for the really good-looking record sets. The 10th anniversary is popping by, and I was like, oh yeah, it was 2016 when Bloodborne came out. Um, I really would love to get at least one of these, either the 3LP or just the single. The single would probably be the good one, with the runes etched on them for $32. Not too terrible. Pre-order starts now. I believe I believe it has a date of release, April of 2026. That being said, there is another one that has a no, Hotline Miami sold out. What was the one that had? There was another one that had a pre-order. Is it on just the cover? RuneScape. That's it. That's the other one that's getting its
You fucking nerd.
yeah, well. The fact of the matter that it is a 5 LP box set for fucking RuneScape. You
How
got
much
to
music is there in fucking RuneScape?
a lot. A lot of a lot.
Apparently 5 LPs worth.
Oh yeah, and they're still adding on more. But that being said, there's still the original sets, the orchestral collection for well, I was gonna say $42, but now when that sold out, you can now only get the CD with the digital download for 15. Um, they've put all of their extra little bits in there so that you can stream and download all of their individuals for free, by the way. But yeah, 25 years of RuneScape. I'm like, did it really come? Yeah, it did come out 25 years ago. Anno has one that dropped not too long ago, but I don't really care for Ubisoft. Look at how beautiful those records. I believe the colorways that they said are frosted steel, rusted blood, and runes. And I'm like, those are cool colorways.
Yeah, they look good.
Sword of the Sea dropped not too long ago in November, and already is starting to make some big waves. No pun intended. And then Zelda Breath of the Wild. This is just a reprint of the 7 LP, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 LPs for fucking Breath of the Wild.
God.
How much is it? Let me see how much it is. $180 for the beautiful colorway. God. $40 just for the double. And then they did Borderlands a long time ago, but I don't. I would be happy to buy a Borderlands LP if they were available and otherwise in cool colorways, but Borderlands 4 I don't want to support as much as Dayrox is on it. Badoop. A interesting movie popped on to my feed featuring Sean Astin, called Matter of Time, where it's kind of like a Click but with video game designing, and it's already been shown
Well,
to
he doesn't fast forward or rewind time.
him. He's a time
Yes.
traveler. Yeah. Well, he kind of he does a blip in the trailer, so that's the only reason I'm like, eh. That being said, technology is always advancing and always doing some cool stuff. And some people aren't caught up yet. And so you need just a little bit more time. And this does a very interesting concept. This feels very independent film, but at the same time, I might want to go and see this. It is releasing February 27th. Go and check out the trailer. Very fun. Very, very fun. Sean Astin looks like he had fun too. Going over to anime that I've been watching. Over at animeape.com, I've been watching Gachi Akuda, which translates to pretty trash or pretty ugly trash. Is about a young boy getting betrayed and then having to turn trash into weaponry. I've found very good clothing. Like, this clothing is actually pretty fucking good. For like, this is a hoodie, fully art all over arms and front and back, $54. Like, usually this would be like 80 to almost 90 for
That's a good price on it.
yeah. That being said, they have multiple prints and even the t-shirts $29. Guess what? Sleeves arted up. It's not just a square plate platted on a thing. No, they paint this all across the front of it. The Zonka hoodie, $57. It looks so goddamn good. The cosplay zip up jacket. I'm gonna throw this over to a friend of mine who's a fan of Gachi Akuda. Once we're done, I just wanted to see if he was gonna be in here when I talk about it. Alas, he is not. But when I'm done, I'm gonna throw this at him, and he's probably gonna geek for a little bit. But even still, very fantastic. They do really good jerseys as well. So if you happen to like anime and want to wear a jersey when it gets really hot, go and check them out. Animeape.com. Badoop. For those who know me like they know me, they know I love fighting games, and I'm okay with SNK versus Capcom. But over at Arcade Shock, they have zipper pulls that you can attach to your zipper, and they're only like I think $8 a piece, but they're cool looking. That's the only thing I wanted to mention about them. Badoop. Oh, and they are localized out of Los Angeles, California. They make everything in house. Super 7, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Ultimates Wave 2 features big ol' Shredder with Krang a foot soldier with Krang's robot's helmet, Casey with, I believe, the hands of Krang. Oh no, he doesn't come with anything. Interesting. Hmm. And then Master Splinter with the 4 baby turtles and a little tiny rat that turned him into Splinter. So only 2 of them come with pieces of Krang. Interesting. Hmm.
So it's not like those Marvel Legends ones where you buy the things and build another character.
Yeah, they just come with the just the pieces. That's it. Yeah, well, but even still, they look really good. I would lean toward getting Master Splinter and posing him up in his cross-legged poses. Apparently, the articulation on these are top notch. So they are, I believe, they're a little bit pricey though. $60 a piece, and never mind, they're all sold out. In case there's only one left. Fuck. There are some huge fucking nerds out there that will buy these day one. Anyways, Badoo. A very, very classy looking Lucy figure from Cyberpunk Edge Runners dropped. There's a few people trying to push people toward a very particular Amazon link. Do not purchase it through Amazon. You can purchase it through Big Bad Toy Store or other outlets, but do not purchase it through Amazon because there is only one retailer through it. They're overcharging by $20 to $25, and they are charging $50 for shipping, even though they have Prime on other pieces that they are selling. They're just trying to make an extra buck off of this really nice looking figure where it is Lucy holding up David's jacket. I like it a lot. It's a very good looking figure, but
It's well done.
I'm just mad that this Amazon link, don't click it. Yeah. Badoop.
Shouldn't be clicking weird links anyways.
Well, sometimes I click it just to figure out what's going on with the world. That being said, Mondo Superman.
Balls that I do.
Hey, I was the one who found that really nice looking Pringles man. I don't want to hear it.
I was just about to say you're the one that found sexy Pringles man. So
so Mondo has their really good limited runs. That being said, the Superman the animated series 1/6 scale limited edition to 1,000. Pardon me, 1,000 units went up for pre-order yesterday. As far as I checked just now, you can go to the website, and there were still some available. This figure's great. It looks fantastic. It's well articulated. It features Mr. Mizzle Petlick. Yes. Petlick. He turned into an animal. Petlick.
Yeah.
Okay. And a damsel in distress posed, kind of. She has an interchangeable face, I think, that allows her to have
It kind of sucks that Lois is just stuck in this one position.
That is true. Like, it would be nice if they built another one for it, but having, Ms. Pitlick in that posture and a steel girder that can be posed in the hands of, and then even a flying pose.
Different answer suits and the different capes and what's that helmet at the top right? That's interesting. And the different faces and whatnot. But yeah, it's Lois and Piglet are still on like one position.
Yeah. Also, rest in peace, Gilbert Godfrey. If you guys haven't seen his, it's gonna be weird to spell it, but look up Miss Petlick. Look up that whole entire scene between him and Superman, and you're gonna have some fun. That's a really good old school animated feature. Badoop. Heading over to my side of the field again with fighting games. For those who don't know, I love Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and these Gamerverse style figures have been spectacular. Almost fantastic. Almost not quite from the neighborhood, but you know how it is. That being said, Spider-Man is a part of this set, and this articulation on this figure is amazing. $100 for it though, and does get free shipping because it is over the $79 thing that you need to get. It ships out May, but on top of this one is I didn't grab it. But on top of this one is a Wolverine figure with the same amount of articulation and you can actually pull off the claws and put on the non-clawed form. And I was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And then there was a whole bunch of other bits. Is he there? Oh, no, that's not the right one. Oh my god, there's so much stuff on this goddamn web. Entertainment Earth does very good sales for action figures. I'm gonna just throw that out there right now. Ooh. Okay, I could go shopping for a while, but what I just found was Daredevil Born Again, the John Bernthal Punisher for $28. Hmm.
It's Jeff.
It-
Sorry, my stream's behind.
oh. Oh yeah, Jeff up here. Yeah. But that being said, go and find it on entertainmentearth.com/s/Marvel, and just you could probably get lost here if you're a Marvel fan. That being said, let's go over to the mutant side of Marvel. So when Quincy showed me this, I said, "Ooh, this is a beautiful Jubilee figure or statue."
This statue is phenomenal. It's from Sideshow, and they do amazing work all the
They
time.
fucking amazing work. It has Jubilee kicking off of a broken Sentinel's hand on a skateboard with explosions of beautiful color behind her, and it does light up. It does have this. It has interchangeable faces, so in case you want to do a different portrait, um,
I
it.
love the little Wolverine keychain hanging off the back of her belt.
Let me see if I can't get a better pose. Yeah, that is adorable. Um, it is a good looking statue. And I said, "Hey Quincy, take a guess at how much this is." And he said, "Yeah, 350." I was like, "No." And then you went around. I think it
Was
was
it
what 800,
850?
850. And I said,
Yeah,
"No,
800 or 850, and you're like, no. So I said
no,
two
higher.
grand. You're like, too high.
That was a little high." And then I just said $1,050. And I believe this is also a
Oh,
limited printing. I think.
I.
Does not
It's a
say.
beautiful statue. It would be amazing to own. I could never spend. That is an equivalent to more than 4 car payments for me.
I'll throw this in the limited edition to be determined. So we don't even know
No,
how many
you're not
pieces
throwing it
are.
into the throne. There's no way.
I mean,
Don't bother putting it in there.
hey, if someone's got $1,050 to throw at us,
I don't even have anywhere to put it if someone were to do that. You know what I mean?
yeah, I don't
Like
either.
my limited run Bugs Bunny Superman is in a box in my closet,
Oh,
and sadly got slightly crushed. The box that he's in got slightly crushed.
oh.
Gonna move.
Okay, but even still, it is a fantastic looking figure. If you happen to be in the want for some fantastic statues of things that you might like, go and check out sideshow.com. They even take commissions. So if they happen to get enough of a commission push, they will lean toward making a full run of that idea. So go check them out. Oh, and they also have flexible payment plans too.
Nice.
But heading over to Hot Toys, Marvel Rivals Cosby collection includes 4 Jeff variants. They're all really adorable. One of his winter wear, one of the original, one of
I'm
the stuffed
sorry.
toy one. What?
Oh, Cosby COSBI collection. I was like, what
Yeah,
the fuck? Cosby collection? I was thinking it was Marvel Rivals. I was like, what are you talking about?
yeah, that's just what it's called. I'm just reporting on it. I wish it was called something
They're the
else.
company that makes them.
Yes.
COSB, and it's not even actually an I; it's an exclamation point. If you look at their logo at the bottom.
Yeah, but well, up top it has the eye. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
But even still, the I own the own Rivals. I don't play much, but I do own the stuffed Jeff one, the one where he wears the
It's
little
Jeff.
animal. It's Jeff. And then his vacation one where he goes to Krakoa Island with Emma and gets called my baby. But speaking of Emma, Emma is a part of this set. Um, I forget her name. I forget her name. I always forget her fucking name. Spider-Man, a
Which
different alt.
Emma?
The fucking woman with 2 hair colors and heterochromia. Ba ba
I
da
don't know.
ba.
Is that Rogue? I can't tell.
No, that's not Rogue. I'll look up the characters. Give me 1 second. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Uh,
Like the image I have is so zoomed out, I can't tell shit.
That's fair. Yeah, it's this one here. Okay, I got the list. Her name is Luna
Is it
Snow.
Luna?
Yeah, Luna Snow. I keep leaning toward a different name, and I'm like, "Yeah, that's not right." And then a pretty good looking Magneto. I wish they did a little bit more of like Mantis or Penny Parker, or someone with a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm sure they're good. They don't want to roll them all out in one set. They're gonna do volume one, then they'll do volume two, and so on and so forth. And I bet you each volume will come with new versions of Jeff.
Yeah, well, Jeff only has I think 7 skins right now, 7 alternative
Damn it!
skins. Yeah, so I mean he's got 8 versions.
You gotta figure this will run for a while, and then they'll do the next
True,
set and only put one Jeff in there.
that's
You know what I mean?
true. Yeah. Even still, very excited to see what more comes out of this. They
That
are very adorable, very small, so it doesn't take up a lot of space if you like to collect Marvel Rivals stuff. Ba-doop. Heading over to the drinking world, Macabre Spirits, done in by Matthew Lillard, has announced Ghostface Vodka with some very good limited edition pieces to go along with it, including etched glasses, a stabbing I assume that's a kiwi, uh, pin, enamel pin, and then I believe that's a Ghostface Vodka, another pin, I think. But even still, a beautiful bottle, beautiful glasses, beautiful pins. I can see adding this to the collection. But you're not a big drinker, but you said you wanted to get the glasses.
the glasses are beautiful, dude. I would love to own those glasses. The
But would you
bottle's pretty sick too.
but would you drink the vodka?
If it's mixed with something, maybe like
I know you don't
I
drink.
don't like straight alcohol. I don't like the flavor of alcohol. Like that's one of the biggest things.
Yeah. You like being able to enjoy a drink. You're not there to be like, I want to get drunk. You wanting to enjoy a drink.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
fair.
That's the best way to put it.
This will be dropped on February 9th. I believe there will be pre-orders very soon. And I don't know if there is going to be pre-orders, but the sale place is there. Speaking of Scream, Scream 7 gets popcorn buckets, and they look pretty cool. One of which is just a standardized box, but on the side you have the ghost face coming in with the knife in hand. Pretty good looking. And then over at Cinemark, oh quiet you. You have a drink slash bucket. Is it both for this one? Or is it just the bucket? Oh, it's just the
I'm still looking at Ghostface coming out of a door, and
that's fine.
great. Now I just got a full page ad, and it doesn't give me the thumbnail at the top, so I can't see the stream at all.
Okay, it'll end in 20 seconds. But while I'm looking at it, I'm gonna keep watching this weird little video then. And yeah, because that's the popcorn in his back, and I'm like, well, why
Sounds
does
my ass real refreshing, fucker.
it comes out of his backside? But I'm like, is this a drink?
Oh yeah, it's one of those ones. Yeah, so the back is like where the popcorn goes. I don't know that it's going to have a drink with that one.
Uh,
Um,
uh,
let's see.
Well, I know that there are some down here. So there is a 32-ounce gripper cup for $23. A 130-ounce popcorn tub that looks pretty cool, but it's just a stain of the ghost face. And then very similar, it comes with that, but every time you take a sip, it makes a noise with the souvenir
Yeah,
cup.
what I'm seeing is for Cinemark. I'm seeing a full page ad here. So it's the Ghostface bucket where the popcorn's in the back. They got that Ghostface has blood coming down from its forehead, running down its face.
Okay.
Then you have the audio topper, which is what you were talking about, which is the thing that goes on top of the cup. That's just the outline of the face on the cup, but it's a full, the like little ghost face figure for the audio topper. You
Yeah.
got the bucket that's just the outline, like you were saying in Scream 7, and then you got the gripper cup with like the actual like raised mask.
Face. Yeah. And then further down, for the other collectibles, then you have the weird Ghostface one that has a blood splatter that comes out of the popcorn comes out of the head. The gripper cup that we talked about before, but a Ghostface plushie. You want a Ghostface plushie?
I used to have a Ghostface plushie.
Yeah. Not too terrible. This is dropping the 27th of this month. Are you gonna go see it?
Yeah, probably. I've seen most of them in theaters. I'm a little mixed on this one because of the way the studio handled some stuff, so I'm not 100% on it. Um, I might.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
By the way, I checked. The Ghostface vodka will be 160 for everything plus shipping,
Ooh. That's a lot.
and then, well, that's including the
Yeah, I
glasses,
know,
the
but
bottle, like that's everything. And then later in the year, there will be a retail rollout for just the vodka.
oh, okay.
Also, the bottle's signed by Lillard.
Oh, okay. Never mind. That makes it a little bit better then.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
get the signed bottle, the collector's box, the glassware, the pins, and then there's something about a digital game, but I don't know exactly what that's about.
Hmm. Hmm.
But
Hmm.
I'm on the alert list for it, so I'll let you know.
Okay. Badoop. Over at Okizime, also known as Wake Up. It's a fighting game term. That is, when you recover from being knocked down, you get up and you're allowed to wake up. And that being said, there's a coffee company with that name. And they started off with two flavors, a light attack light roast and a heavy attack dark roast. Just wanted to mention about them because they're brand new and, well, I'm a fighting game aficionado that really likes this whole thing with it. Uh, $21 for a pound of coffee, and it comes out of Stone Creek Coffee, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I have also thrown a contact to them to hopefully become a affiliate with them if they wouldn't mind.
See,
Badoo. Just gonna briefly talk about 5 more sets from the Star Wars Smart Play compatibility have dropped, including the Cantina, the Millennium Falcon with a very strange looking Han Solo, a Yoda's fucking hut, and the speeder on Tatooine.
his hut and the Dagobah system.
Dagobah. And then going back over to Tatooine on fucking the same. I like the speeder. I had the original speeder back when it came out with episode 1. Um that shit was fun to build. And that shit was very durable, very cool looking. This one looks fine. Not like the other one though. But even still,
Well,
there's an
this is the thing. This isn't even a speeder. This is the I can't think of what it's called. This is what he drives around in A New Hope.
yeah.
This is not the pod racing with
Well,
Anakin from episode one.
It's called Luke's land speeder, so I don't know. Take that at face value, I guess.
Oh yeah, maybe that's what it is. Land speeder. There you go. Yeah.
But I like it. It looks cool. Looks fantastic. I like the older version better. And it comes with binoculars, which I don't think I've ever really seen outside of the original binoculars. Having these weird, much more flat versions of them are kind of neat. But heading over to Magic the Gathering, they showed the preview back on the 9th, and I missed it, so I'm talking about it now. A lot of really cool looking cards, a lot of really cool commanders are getting ready, such as the Loki and Doctor Doom, I think is going to be a part of that one. The Fantastic Four have their own deck. Some really cool covers, such as Extinction Event, is just the fucking snap. And I'm like, whoever made this card, give him a trophy, because that's a good fucking card. Put that shit with Shatterfoil. Oh, that'll be a good one. But then you also have just some really good comic covers as well as comic panels for some of these that have sagas, which are 3-part chapters. Hulk is fucking unstoppable. Um, some of the cards seem a little unfair. I can already tell some of them are going to get banned pretty fucking quick. Otherwise, a lot of Jack Kirby art, a lot of um Adam Hughes arts from the time that he did Black Widow. Some just really good full arts, and this is not even. I believe they said this is not even a quarter, But they did say they were going to throw some memes in, and the very last card, the Horn of Greed, is Doctor Doom playing a horn, and it says, I believe that's the Mariner, says, "Do not use it." And the Doctor says, "Fool, Doctor Doom does as he pleases. Toot." I don't know. It's fucking hilarious. But I'm excited to see what other memes are going to be popping up into this, considering there's not a lot of Marvel memes that pop off the top of my head. There's a lot of Spider-Man memes, not a lot of Marvel in
Most
general.
of the memes I think aren't actually legit memes.
Hey, thanks for the follow. That is true.
Like, where
Like,
you at, Dracula, big fucking? Where's my money, Dracula, big fucking nerd? Like,
yeah,
that's not actually a real panel, or the random bullshit. It's not a real panel, but they're hilarious.
they're hilarious. I hope we get something like that in this. But as said, whoever made Extinction Event, pay him. Pay that man. Pay that man money. But James Gunn has posted something on Twitter and said, finally, with a bit of a teaser of Jason Momoa getting all dressed up in Lobo gear. You said that you've seen this before. I said I hadn't seen it
He's
till this
well,
dropped.
because Momoa did the thing where he walked out of his trailer
Hmm.
smoking a cigar, but then they dropped the actual trailer, like the teaser trailer for Supergirl, and he's briefly in it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. I haven't been into DC for a very long time. Chad asks, "Is this movie or show?" I believe this is for a movie.
This is for the Supergirl movie, which is going to be based off of the
Yeah,
Woman of Tomorrow comic, I think.
yeah. And you said there's a lot of other Easter eggs that were in another trailer or behind the
No,
scenes.
not another trailer. No, no. Gunn made another social media post showing what is it called? The cookies. They're basically DC's version of Oreos.
Yeah, and that hints
Um,
to Martian Manhunter.
yeah, I'm trying to remember what the damn cookies are called.
Huh.
Hold on.
Okay. While you're looking that up, it comes into theaters June 26th, which is not too far away. I mean, he just announced this on the 23rd. Oh,
Chocos. Well,
Chocos?
no, we've known about this movie for a while.
Well,
This is just the first seeing stuff of it.
true.
So Chocos, they're basically Oreos. Martian Manhunter has a like addiction to them, basically.
Hmm.
Um, and Gunn posted a bunch of photos on social media the other day. Like one of them was like an old school thing of milk with the Chocos brand going across it, an actual pack of the cookies. Some of the advertisements, like the mascot for the brand is like a walking cookie, but then there's also like a rabbit, and then just like kind of showed a whole boardroom for like the Chocos company.
Hmm. I mean,
So
very
suggesting Manhunter.
yeah. Perfect casting though. Jason Momoa as Lobo, perfect casting.
Yeah,
I I
yep.
just hope
I'm
that
excited to see what he's gonna do.
yeah, I hope that he gets the accent right because I want that like Australian slash Southern drawl that he kind of has because he's got this like
Well, to be fair, that's something created by animated. I mean, like, it's a comic book character. He doesn't technically have an actual voice. You know what I mean?
that is true. Thank you for the
You
subscription.
can sub.
Um, but I I haven't been in DC for a minute, but when I did go to DC for the times of, it's always been through James Gunn, and this
Well,
is already on my
the current universe, there's not that much to it. I mean, you got his Suicide Squad movie that somehow is connected. I guess that's explained in Peacemaker season 2, which I have yet to actually finish. So you got Peacemaker season 1 and 2, and
yeah,
then you've got Creature Commandos,
fantastic show.
and Superman.
Yeah. So I mean,
Now, here's my thing. I'm excited for Supergirl a little bit more than I have in some of the other projects because it's not James Gunn writing and directing it. I love James Gunn. I think he's a great writer and director. But if you look at all the projects I just named, they're all team pieces. It's all Guardians of the Galaxy esque type of thing. So I'm happy to see something new in this universe. Apparently, I need a volume boost, which is not good because we're basically done with the show.
I'll normalize all volume when we're done. My bad. I thought I had everything right.
um,
There.
but
I boosted you up.
it's one of those things where it's like I've enjoyed his stuff, but I'm happy to see something else in this universe that is
Okay.
not another team film.
Okay. Yeah, that is true. But even I'm gonna keep an eye out for it. Something tells me I'm gonna let it pass through theater, but if it drops on HBO Max, what, a month and a half after, I'll be just as happy. But
Well, it depends on how well it does financially. I mean, Superman fucking destroyed, so it was in theaters for a couple of months. But
true.
Supergirl is a female-led movie, so all the neckbeards are gonna throw a fit.
That is true. Two things about this next part. Ghost in the Shell has revealed a 770,000 yen. That translates to just under around $5 million, or 5 million, five
$5
thousand
million.
dollars, $5,000. Handcrafted porcelain figures, limited to 50 pieces. That is also hand art drawn on this beautiful tachikoma. Um, I would like to get one of these, but yeah, $5,000, little bit much. Um,
Yeah.
the 350-year-old Japanese pottery maker say each model is made from premium natural clay from and hand painted with ancient brush techniques, giving each tank a handcrafted finish. Um, and they showed off that this is the one that's on the image here, the prototype. Yeah, that's not going to look like any of the other 4,999. I'm sorry, 50. So 49 pieces.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Numbers hurt my head today.
Okay.
I'm
Just
okay. Huh.
checking.
I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna take a
Bon's
drink.
Jom's having a strong.
Hong Chang, Ringy, 50 million. Mmm, delicious
He
water.
smells toast.
I'm smelling burnt pennies. What the fuck? Oh, and the second part of Ghost in the Shell is they just announced a anime that does a very heavy callback to 1980s anime. So for those who like old school anime but want to see it in today's time, go and check it out because it uses all the old school techniques but with some new school stories. Hopefully we get Major Kurosaki, the one who is wearing this eye mask, doing more jokey things, because in the remaster and the standalone complex, she was very stoic, very I'm a grizzled soldier, I lost someone in a war type of individual, and didn't really joke. Meanwhile, if you go back further and look at the actual manga scenes, she's a jokey kind of character. She's actually not that serious at all. So I'm hoping they go back to those roots of her being a little fun. Gonna wrap up with three more things. Mr. Pibb has been making a resurgence recently. I've been seeing like tons of this stuff on sale. I've never had a Mr. Pibb to save my life, so I have no clue what this even tastes like. But they're announcing
Mr.
two.
Pibb, Tab, like those are just sodas I don't touch.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Thrillin' okay, they're releasing two new flavors: the Thrillin' Vanilla and Punchin' Peach. Now, I'm okay with peach, but I don't know about it being in a dark drink, so I'm gonna leave that one alone. However, I do like me some vanilla, so Thrillin' Vanilla might be on the cut. Mr. Pibb also comes in sugar-free variances, and it will be in 12 packs come late February. But I'm on Instagram officially this time. I've realized I find a lot of really cool things to talk about, and so I kind of repost them there. I also repost some pretty funny memes. I found a bunch of rat posters, and I've been reposting rats. So on screen is a nice thing if you want to follow me on Instagram. Enjoy.
You already send me so many rat TikToks. Now I have to deal with it on Instagram too.
I mean, if you follow me on Insta, yeah, you will. Boo hoo. I like
So
all
I
the
call
people
it
that post
rat tickle.
a little radical. A little I mean there are some people who would give me a nickname. It is short. I mean, it's rat, of course, but it's very short for Rathu, you know. Badoo. Yeah, I send socks a lot of rats. Like two rats eating mashed potatoes, and I'm like, what if this is me and you eating mashed potatoes? You know, Yeah,
It's
just
all right, Socks. I sent him a lot of raccoons because he used to be into raccoons, but his taste changed.
I'm into the marsupials that dig in not marsupials, mammals that dig in trash. And last but not least, something that you threw at me and I didn't really know what the fuck this was. And then when you explained it to me, I still didn't quite know what it was. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Heinz ketchup. I love Heinz ketchup. Like it's one of the only brands of ketchup that I can tolerate because all the other ones are either too heavy on the tomato flavoring or too heavy on the vinegar. This one's the perfect blend. Like you add a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of tomato paste, shake it up a little bit, boom, it goes good longer. Like there's nothing wrong with Heinz ketchup. I don't know if I would want a keg full of ketchup.
But it's Heinz keg chip.
So you can
This
go
thing is
to
7 pounds and holds like 112 ounces of keg chip. Or sorry, of ketchup.
and it comes with a pump.
Here comes the pump.
Comes with a pump.
I don't think I could use this before it fucking went bad.
Oh no, God no! I would be able to use the whole thing in a month. I love ketchup. Love ketchup. I love ketchup.
Okay, I need you to understand that doesn't count as a vegetable.
You're right. Doesn't stop me
Okay,
from
just making
eating.
sure.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
making sure.
Okay. But on a more
As long
serious
as you're
note,
also like eating a carrot.
yeah. Oh, it would probably last me a month and a half because we go through a big bottle. Hmm. Sox just wanted me to look at a thing. Fine, I'll do a run-in story real quick, but oh, hold on, I'll bring it up on the other screen and then just drag it over. Da 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 da.
Apparently, I'm gonna die during the stream.
That's fine. It brings in ads. Okay. And then we drag and drop over at Hot Topic. Some Stardew Valley clothing and accessories. Um, this is actually kind of adorable. A little pricey, as Sock says in chat.
Those are cute.
But
Stardew Valley, that's what I was thinking of the other day.
yeah. Oh, Gridball Champion. Some really cute earrings. That's not terrible for the earrings. Hair clip. A nice little mini wallet with some chickens on it. Jojo Cola! Jojo Cola! Um, Sox and I have this running argument that Jojo Cola did nothing, or Jojo Mart did nothing wrong because, well, they're the corporate here and we need corporations to exist. Sorry, not sorry. So at the beginning of the game, when you're making your farm, you can sell your stuff to local farmer market or you can sell it to Jojo Mart. And with Jojo Mart, they basically say, "Hey, invest in us. We'll return on your investment, but we need to build a corporation here. We need to build a building here." Um, and it's
Sounds
basically
like Tyson Farms.
a little bit, and you basically begin to put more investment into capitalism over, small farm
Mm.
or small town, I guess is the formula. But
I didn't really play Stardew Valley. I played Graveyard
keeper,
Keeper or whatever the fuck it was called.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. But overall, this is not a bad little set. A little pricey. I mean, the shirt's on clearance for 60% off if you want the Gridball Champion 2016 or the
You know who
Stardew.
probably has really cute Stardew Valley stuff?
Hmm.
Boxed Lunch.
You want me to look real quick?
No, it's fine. I'm just saying. I mean, Hot Topic bought them out a few years ago, and they tend to do the higher quality stuff over there. So
I'm just gonna check the front page real quick. If I don't see it, I don't see it. All right, I don't see it. Alrighty. But that's all I got, Q.
that's all I got. I gotta go do paperwork.
That's fair. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. Thank you guys for joining us. Remember to like and subscribe where you can. Remember to check me out on Instagram now that I'm there. I'll be adding that into the descriptors as well as in the chat. Remember to check out Quincey over on his threads and his Tip Top. Remember to check out Humble Bundle, support charities while getting some cool stuff. They just got some really beefy bundles. Go and check out Zenny. They, I believe, are running a buy two get one free on anything above $50. So you spend $100, you get a pair of $50 glasses for free. Not too terrible. Blah, 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 blah. Not once again, nothing too big on the hell, they didn't even update since the diorama set from Hero Forge. So if you want some little minifigures for your D&D thing, that's still there. We're still getting paid for them. Um ba, 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 ba. And that's about it. At the end of days, at the end of weeks, at the end of months, at the end of years, please, for the love of God, love one another. It is certainly free to do. Good night, everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Ah, I think my ass went numb.